Hello and welcome to ITC Techshare. I'm Tom Grissom. Welcome to Classrooms Without Walls, Creating Video Instruction at Eastern Illinois University. Last week I gave a workshop to about a dozen faculty here at EIU in the ITC main lab, and I had a request from a couple of faculty that could not make that session if I could share the resources and links that I presented during that time. And I thought, well, this is a prime opportunity for me to create some instructional videos since this is a timely topic and 100% online instruction is certainly on everybody's mind here at EIU as we finish out the semester. So I thought I would share some of the resources as well as provide some best practices and tips and tricks as we go through here. The slide behind me has my email address for contact information, as well as make sure you visit our ITC website, which is www.eiu.edu/ITC, and make sure you click on our YouTube channel. There you'll find hundreds of different video styles and examples that we've done over the years, and it's just a good resource to go out and see what others have done in the past. So with that, let's go ahead and take a look at our original workshop description, and I want to kind of share some of my thinking as I went through putting this presentation together. This is going to be a multi-part series because I am presenting this online. I want to keep each one of these segments a little bit short, and each one can kind of stand alone by themselves as we go through. But here's the original workshop description as it was originally posted to the FDIC website. And you can see this is going to be an overview course, and it was scheduled from 11 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. on a Wednesday. So it was about an hour and a half in time. And there's, of course, a lot to talk about in an hour and a half about instructional video. But we went through the various different types. We talked about screencasting. We talked about all the resources already available here, and many of you have been using them already. But I just wanted to share a lot of different examples that we did. We also did hands-on, since it was our faculty had a computer in front of them, and I'm a firm believer in hands-on learning. So not just, sitting and listening to something, but actually applying something. And we can do that as well in instructional video. In fact, you'll be doing it throughout this series. So once the videos were created, we also had a little bit of a discussion about where do you post these videos. And we're very well set up here at EIU. We've got a variety of different video services. We, of course, have Kaltura. We also have Microsoft Stream, which is another video service. And then, of course, many faculty may be posting to YouTube as either a public or a private link. And we'll talk a little bit about that in another one of the episodes coming up. So that's just kind of a brief overview. And to begin with here, to kind of set the pace, we definitely need to talk about the two major different types or modes of delivery. And those are synchronous versus asynchronous. And I'll say up front that I don't believe one is better than the other. I think they both have their strengths, they both have their weaknesses. But many of our faculty, of course, are used to synchronous environment. That's what a face-to-face class is, when you and the students are in the same room together and, just giving instruction like we've done for hundreds of years. However, technologies has allowed us to also consider an asynchronous mode. But if you stop and think about it, we've been doing that for hundreds of years as well. And there's a movement in our K-12 system called flipped classroom, where instructors or teachers will make videos and assign those for homework, and the students will watch the videos and then come back into class, and instead of the teacher lecturing about the topic, they've already watched the videos. They actually go and apply, and they walk around the room and help students with actual applied problems and homework. Well, we do the same thing in higher ed. We assign readings. We expect our students to read and be prepared when they come to class to have, a thoughtful discussion. So it's really nothing new. So there are advantages and disadvantages to both. The big advantage going asynchronous is what we're doing right now. Whereas I had about a dozen faculty in the lab last Wednesday, now then I'm producing this video series which could have a potential of hundreds of different faculty watching it. And they can watch it at their own time, on demand, in the comfort of their home, in the classroom, in their office, wherever they would choose. So the synchronous, same time, same place, and video conferencing is also a synchronous type. Many of you have already been doing video conferencing, bringing in guest speakers. And then the asynchronous mode, let me back up just a moment and say, synchronous is great for very quick interactive participation and discussions, and sometimes those are going to be very difficult to replicate in an asynchronous, so we certainly have some challenges there as well. However, asynchronous also provides some advantages. Many of you are accustomed to watching live streams and things. Live streaming is considered an asynchronous technology because there's typically a 20 or 30 second delay at best. And if you can imagine sitting and waiting, you speaking, asking a student a question, waiting 30 seconds, and then the reply coming back with that delay, that's certainly a disadvantage. On demand, that is an advantage. As I said, this course that I'm presenting right now, this instructional video, is available on demand, so you can watch it. And believe it or not, it is possible to have deeper interaction and discussions in an asynchronous environment. Many of you are already doing that in D2L in your discussion groups. Students can take their time and be a little bit more thoughtful. And it's also very modular. So speaking of modular, we're about 6 minutes into this video, so I want to kind of show you some of the best practices and stop this particular section, and we'll finish up in Phipps Lecture Hall in our science building. And as you go through the next few weeks, be mindful of your students. Your students are used to this face-to-face environment, coming in, sitting in a large lecture hall, and then faculty as well. So whether it be a large lecture hall or a typical average size classroom here in the College of Education, be mindful and certainly provide all the support you can for our students because they're going through this transition just as our faculty are. So that's it for this first example, and we'll continue on next time. So until next time, this is Tom Grissom. Keep on learning.